Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. My name is Mac. If this is your first time watching a video of mine or you are someone who is returning, welcome and thank you in advance. In today's video, I wanted to discuss a love of mine that has grown into like a low-key obsession, I will admit, but a love nonetheless. That love that I'm talking about is cold process soap. I know there are tons of videos out there on it because it's crazy, because when you get the idea to go into something, you don't realize how much it is out there until you actually start researching it yourself, and then you come across every vlog, every video, like everything that you can imagine to assist you and give you the information that you need. But at the same time, it does seem like that it is out there a lot. But in today's video, I wanted to discuss cold process soap, what made me want to get into it or why I have such a strong interest in it. And then also I just wanted to show a few items that I have purchased that I have actually used to make the soap, and items that I know I will use in the future to assist me in the business aspect of it, as far as like props and things of that nature. This is fairly new to me. It is I've been looking into this for about a year now, give or take, but I have a feeling it's been about a good strong year. So my plan with this honestly is to turn it into a business. I would love to turn it into a business. I am planning to turn it into a business, and I hope to sell or begin to sell come like by October, November time frame, but definitely before the year is out. All of that being said, let's go ahead and just get started into a few things, let's go ahead and get started with items that I've purchased. Like I said, some of these items are actual items that I will need to assist me in making the soap that I have actually used to make quite a few batches, and then other items are items that I will be using for the business side of it when it comes down to like product photos and things of that nature. So without any longer wait, let's get started. For the most part, I will say about a good 90% of my items I probably ended up ordering offline, whereas the other 10% were like items that after watching a few videos I learned that I could just get from the dollar store. So let's look at some of these. So for starters, I have this right here. This is a big 8-cup measuring bowl, I guess you would say. I use this when I'm actually mixing my soap with like my stick blender and everything like that. It's perfect because I love the spout that it has up here for me to be able to pour into the mold that I'm using at the time. I have this right here. This is a small 1-pound loaf mold, which is perfect, very perfect if you want to if you're making small batches and you want to try like colorants, or you want to try and see like how a scent will hold up. This is perfect for that. I used this when I made my first honey and turmeric soap, just to, you know, kind of get my feet wet, see how it would turn out and everything. And it was very helpful in the sense that it kept me from, number one, using a bigger mold. Number two, it kept me from wasting materials, because once you get into you know, certain business ventures or hobbies or whatnot, especially when you have to buy materials, you understand that you want to, you know, test things out. So this right here, I ordered this off of Etsy, and like I said, it's just a small 1-pound loaf mold. But out of this, honestly, I think I was able to get about 6 good bars. I'm trying to insert some pictures at the end of what my soap looked like once it was actually, you know, once I made it and I actually cut it and everything. It's a 2-pound mold, and it came with a lid. I ordered this off of Etsy as well, but it came from a different person other than the first mold. But again, it did the job. It does what I needed. I can't remember exactly how many bars I was able to get out of this, but I believe I used this one when I made my aloe soap, and that came out wonderful as well. This right here, I used this when I made my coffee soap, and I want to say I got about 8 bars out of here, I believe it was. This right here came off of Amazon. It does not have a lid or anything to it, but it was perfect. Again, it does its job, so I can't complain about that. These right here have been very, very useful. I used these when I tried to do a I call myself doing like a two-tone soap, and I used it, I poured it into, hold on, this right here, the massage molds or whatever. And these are perfect. I like these because of the long spout and everything. So when I'm mixing, you know, I guess they're like different colors or whatever, it allows me to pour that pretty good. So the long spout is a plus. The next item that I haven't used this yet, but I plan to use this on my next batch of soap. And it's just the regular 12 count silicone mold of individual bars. So I'm very anxious to use this. I have 2 of these, so of course, you know, I'll get 24 bars, but I haven't used it just yet. But from what I've seen, the reviews on it is actually pretty good, so I'm expecting it to work for me these right here. I cannot think of the lady's name, but I seen this lady, she did a video and she was saying, why spend, you know, all this money on items online when you can go to your local Dollar Tree to get them? She was right, because I ended up buying like spatulas and stuff like that. So I have these in these 2 colors, and then I have, and like I said, just more spatulas and things of this nature. And those are perfect for, because if you've been making stuff or if you've made it before, you already know that once you know, using a stick blender, once you get to whether it's a light trace or medium trace, you don't want to keep using your blender. You eventually want to use some type of spatula to kind of, you know, work some things in or whatever, just to kind of slow up when you reaching such a fast trace. Now those are like the basic, you know, I have way more than what I'm showing you right here, but those items were some items that I used in the beginning that I'm still using, because although I would like to turn, or I plan to turn this into a business, I am making everything in small batches. So those items have been perfect for me thus far. Now let's look at some of the props that I have bought, because of course when you start your business, you want the product photos and you want it to look very pleasing, you know, very pleasing, from the background to what you have it propped up on, just the whole 9 yards. And a couple items that I bought that I felt would help me with that were these stands. This and like I just call them like little coasters or whatever. I ended up getting these out of Michael's, the craft store, and that's what these are right here. And they're just like wood chips. I had seen them on Etsy before, but of course they were way cheaper. And Michael's, I don't have to pay for any like shipping and all that other stuff. But I ended up buying just 3 of these right here. And like I said, they're just your basic wood slices. And then I also bought this one like wood board and everything. And it just says on it that it's a bass wood plank. So then, yeah. Next thing, I bought these at Target, because again, these right here more so just going to be used for product photos and everything. But I bought these at a Target. Now, if I'm not mistaken, when you first go into Target, I'm not sure, I believe all of them may be set up the same. But when you first walk into Target, they have like a little area in the front where it's like their, I won't say cheap, but it's like their little knickknacks, I guess you would say. That's only gonna cost you a few dollars. And so like this right here, what this is a Lazy Susan condiment holder, but this is only $3. But my plan is for product photos is either leave it as is, like all wood, or to spray paint it, you know, whatever color I may have in mind, and then of course, you know, prop myself up on here. And I bought 2 of those. As well was I do have a thermometer. I've used this. It's just in packaging just because it's easier for me to just store it all the way. And I have clays, because I've been doing a lot of reading and researching and stuff like that, and clays are perfect or really good to use in your cold process soap. So I ordered these from off of From Nature with Love, and it's just different ones. Like I have the white kaolin clay, I have your French black clay, rose clay. I have about 3, 4, 5. I have about 6 different clays in total. But again, it's all going to be, you know, used to make my soap. That's pretty much everything. Again, this is something I'm looking to, or I plan to turn into a business. I plan to start selling before the year is up. This is just the very beginning stages. And so, you know, I guess if you would like to keep up with me and see how this goes for me and everything like that, then by all means, stick along for the ride. I think it's going to be interesting. I've learned so much, and like most people, when you get into something new, you want to just go. You want to do everything at once. One thing I've learned with making cold process soap is patience. So right now, although like I said, there's like a million and one things that I want to do, I understand that at the same time you have to have patience, because you have to have, you know, the patience not only to make the soap but also to give it the time that it needs to cure and everything like that. So, but with that being said, I hope that, you know, you do stick around for the journey. You see how this goes for me. And, you know, if you have any tips or pointers on, or anything like that on how to do certain things, or any advice that you would like to give a newbie such as myself to soap making, by all means, please leave them in the comment section below. I will read any and all comments or anything like that. If you have any questions that you would like for me to answer about things that I've learned so far, any of the items that you've seen that I've purchased or anything like that, then by all means, just ask me below. Until my next video, I hope that you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.